Spicy as a term for describing food, I don't feel like is very good. Even all of its adjacent terms of like the food is hot or it has a lot of heat to it, it's kind of inefficient and also just means other things within food other than the actual feeling of spiciness and intense kind of pain and heat within your mouth region. So I feel like we should have an entirely new term essentially for that. The only one that I'm going to completely be getting rid of today is spicy, and that will no longer apply to this feel of food. We can still say hot and heat, but I would encourage everyone to adopt this new version, which is going to be flepe. And flepe is really about adopting the flavor of pain into one word. Because I feel like it is kind of the best way to describe this food, especially when you take it into its extremes. And things can have a lot of spice without being spicy. Things can be hot and not be spicy because there's also the temperature factor. So I feel like the current descriptions you can just get tripped up on and mean other things. I think flepe will not have that issue and still has that core origin story that hints at what is actually going on. So I would say that flepe is really a direct substitute for spicy. Then if you wanted to sub it as like, oh, this thing has a lot of spice, if you were taking that substitute, you can probably just say flepane. And I think those will be the variants I'm going to go with right away. Let me know if you think they need a little bit of adjusting. But I think that it's a good start, and I feel like there's going to be a lot less confusion, and these are better improvements and alternatives for this. All right. Song of the day of the day. Song of the day is Down and Out by Kid Cudi, something that could probably be inspired by an abundance of flepe. Down and Out was originally a Kid Cudi song from pretty early on in his career, but it was finally added to Spotify fairly recently. It was in that batch that I was super excited for. Stylistically, it's a very cool song with an interesting delivery, one that's dynamic and distinctly Kid Cudi, something that I like a lot, and absolutely worth checking out.
I pray to God to help with my endeavors in any kind of weather. Hoes be pleather fake, so I'll race them on my sim.
Then the video of the day is an It's Timmy compilation of his, I think it was 55 hours of him going from unranked to Predator in one stream. And so he was playing like basically that entire time. An incredible feat, and I have a ton of respect for It's Timmy. I think he's awesome, so I just kind of wanted to spotlight this and show something that's super cool and took a lot of dedication and determination, and it's something that I kind of would be interested in doing at some point. Not to pred, that would be probably a little bit more than I would be capable of, at least in a reasonable time frame, but this type of thing where you're just really testing your endurance and trying to do something extremely difficult is obviously something that I'm pretty into, so that's why it piques my interest. That's what we have for the Wiplish lesson. Peace out.